got a fun triple header of long form improv for you. How's that sound? Okay, great. I'm into it. And you're into it too. This is going to be a great night, nice and easy. We have 3 teams, hence triple header, that will be making up shows for you on the spot to be seen one time and one time only by you all. All they'll need is a suggestion from you at the start of each set, and then sit back, relax, and enjoy. Cool? Great. Later in the show, you're going to see Couch Money. Very nice. You're going to see the Quitters. What a nice audience. And the first team coming to the stage, please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Major.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are Mr. and Mrs. Major. I'm Steve Major. This is my wife, Julia. We are delighted to do a show for you tonight. So as you no doubt know, we are all in a book club together. We worked very hard. Thrilled you're here. None of you read it. That's all right, because we're going to act it out for you. So what we need to know is, what was the title of the book we read?
Oh, wow, that bad.
Twilight.
I'm sorry, I should have clarified. What's the title of a non-existent book that we read?
A Bird in the Sunshine.
A Bird in the Sunshine. Thank you very much. We now present to you A Bird in the Sunshine. It was a long train ride, but now I'm here. I brought with me my suitcase of memorabilia.
James, I barely allowed you to come into this house, and now you're bringing multiple suitcases of memorabilia.
Just the one, but they'll be sold before you know it.
Come on in, James. As a lady of hospitality, I have lemonade. Would you like some lemonade?
I would love some lemonade, like a bird in the sunshine out here.
James, there's a reason your writing career never took off, and I wish you would stop trying.
There's a reason my writing career never took off. My writing career never took off because when I was a young man, I fell madly in love with a young woman. And rather than accept his proposal, she moved across the country to start a life as a hospitality woman.
Listen, I can't have you messing with my industry. I'm running a B&B, and I have to be hospitable to you because what if you give me a bad review? I want you to know that I'm being hospitable under duress. I'm simply following the code that I'm sworn to as a lady of the B&B. Would you like a cookie?
I would very much like a cookie. It looks delicious.
You can have bagels in the morning or brie.
Bagels or brie.
I recommend the brie.
I see. Well, I do thank you for your hospitality, Nora. I look forward to a long and fruitful stay.
If you plan on staying on more than one night, you have to mark it on the card.
Yes, of course, forgive me. Now, Nora, I might as well tell you, just to be sporting, that by the time I leave this bed and breakfast, I intend for you to be my wife.
And I have to tell you that that would be a strict violation of the B&B Hostess Code.
We shall see.
May the best one win.
Oh.
Point to you.
Now, Nora, I understand that you filled that honeymoon suite upstairs.
Don't you have your own B&B to be running, Angela?
Well, it practically runs itself. It's so full.
I have to welcome you. Would you like cookies?
Well, I would be delighted. Not quite up to my standards. Now, Nora, I do just hate to see this poor old house go to waste like this. Won't you just sell it to me?
I see you've rejected my application once again for the B&B Club, which consists only of you.
Yeah, well, it is a very exclusive society, my dear. Only the very best beds and breakfasts are allowed.
You know I can't sell you this. It's my dream.
Oh, Nora, your dream may very well turn sour, like a bird in the sunshine.
I feel like I've heard that before.
It is what happens to birds when they are in the sunshine. They turn sour. Now, Nora, do be a dear. All of your draperies are drab. Your cookies have far too many seeds in them. Your house is empty except for a gentleman alone in the honeymoon suite. Very sad.
One might say that I'm making better margins. Charging for the honeymoon suite and only having to feed one person brie. It's simply good business.
Oh, yeah. I heard about the bagels all brie. Now, Nora, you must really think there are reasons why you will not be allowed into the bed and breakfast society.
I would have you know I picked that specifically for the BB. Bagels.
Yes, I understand.
I thought it was very clever and quaint. I've had more than one guest remark on the whimsy.
Yes, well, just a tip from one hospitality person to another. It is not B or B.
You strike to the bone.
Yes. Well, you're not but skin, so it doesn't take much.
Well, I've heard that you've had an infestation. Yes, I did have someone come in last week saying that there were termites at another establishment. Now, this was a gentleman of taste, so he wouldn't say where he had been staying before, but as you are the only other establishment in town, I could guess.
What? I never. Now then, Nora, I'm afraid I'm going to have to owe you for this first week's rent, shall we say. My knickknacks haven't sold quite as well as I thought they would.
Well,
But I made it up for you, I think, in a little small way. I made it up for you. You know that old Yelp tree in the middle of the town?
yes.
I posted about an infestation over at the competitor's house.
I must say, as much as the hostess code says that I must resist you, you do know a way to a woman's heart.
I do indeed, my darling Nora. It is through intrigue and lying on reviews.
How have you found the brie?
It could really use a bagel to go with it. Just not as sophisticated as you, my dear. I don't generally eat soft cheeses on their own.
What about the grapes?
The grapes were purely decorative, was my understanding. They looked very tempting, but I did not. Only a couple. They were good.
I feel I picked too beautiful of grapes, you know? I should have picked a little bit less beautiful of grapes, for it makes it appear purely decorative. I'm not sure if I'm cut out for this business.
My darling Nora, let me be your not quite good enough grape. I'm sure you could find one that's more full of the juice of life But here I am, trusty, in for the long haul like a raisin.
But my dream has always been to run a B&B, and I've always felt that the best runners of B&B are spinsters.
It may be that spinsters traditionally run bed and breakfasts, but couldn't you imagine just a little stand in the corner where I sell knick-a-knack and bric-a-brac?
This is all moving so fast. Give me a little time to think about it. I'm such a traditional lady.
Of course I understand, my dear. I shall go on the road for a week. Upon my return, I beg your answer.
Write me letters. My, whatever you are.
My love, surely.
Perhaps.
We shall see.
We shall see.
My dearest Nora, as I travel through Southamptonville, I think only of you. I saw a young woman with a dog and a parasol, and I thought, Nora would look good with a parasol and a dog. I tried very hard to sell her a plastic crown, but she did not buy it. Then I suggested, perhaps, a bone for your dog, and she seemed interested, but decided against it when realized it was porcelain. Your love, parentheses, perhaps.
I did appreciate that you sent your letter by pigeon. It was very quaint. Perhaps the woman with the parasol was in a bad mood. Sometimes people who push you away are the ones who possibly love you the most. Sincerely, a person you know, Nora.
Now, my dearest Nora, I do understand that you have had a gentleman caller. Perhaps even the only person to stay here this month.
I don't see how that's any of your business, as I am not an official member of the group. You needn't know who did or didn't stay here.
Well, Nora, since you have declined my very generous offer to purchase this establishment, I came by to tell you that we are holding a vote next week about whether to allow you into the bed and breakfast society. The vote depends entirely on whether you are, as is correct, a spinster. Were you to find love, you would be blocked forever.
Well, I look forward to the vote.
I shall send a person for a message right before the vote to determine whether you are indeed a spinster.
You should find there is no one more spinstery than I.
Yes, I've heard that said. You should really plump up those grapes, my dear. They're looking a little raisiny.
Did you notice the needlework? It was done entirely by me, for I did no one.
I did notice it, but alas, I thought perhaps it was done by a blind baboon. Goodbye. Nora, I'm back. What
Guest.
troubles you, my love?
Guest,
Guest?
take a seat.
That is not the adjective I hoped to hear from you, my dearest Nora.
Consumer,
No.
person staying here,
No.
welcome visitor.
No, Nora, please. Please, old friend, confidant, beloved. Any of these, but not guest, not customer.
Person who's visited on multiple occasions, so which I have a friendly rapport.
Yes, my darling.
Take a seat. Grab yourself some lemonade.
Grab myself some lemonade.
Oh dear! I'm so sorry! I'm slipping!
I'm not even a proper guest.
I'm slipping because I love you. And I forgot the host itself because I was caught in your arms. But you have to understand, the wallpaper has eyes. Not just the little eyes that were painted on the beds,
They are nightmarish.
but also were they to know that I loved you, I would be left out of the club.
My darling Nora, have you considered not having terrified-eyed bears as your wallpaper? That plus the brie thing could really turn this business around.
Roses? Would roses be better?
Those are very trendy in our current but unspecified decade.
Yes.
My dearest Nora, I have important news to tell you. During my travels, I came upon a gentleman who bore upon his person no bric-a-brac, no mementos, no items of memory. And I said to him, sir, you are sorely lacking. I tell you, Nora, that man was famed and eccentric millionaire. And he said that he would set up a store for me. And attached to that store would be a mausoleum that you could turn into a bed and breakfast.
My love, one of the things that my B&B has always been missing is connection to eccentric billionaire and a tourist attraction of porcelain dog bones.
And the eye thing. You should, yes.
Yes, we could change to a rose wallpaper.
Nora, I have one more confession to make before I propose.
Yes,
You know,
my friend.
It's an improvement. Surely you know Miss Hagatha, who has long tormented you by
Yes.
dangling in front of you membership into her bed and breakfast society.
Of course.
Would you be cross with me, my dear, darling Nora, if I told you that I burned her house down with her in it?
My love.
I have a porcelain house to remember her by. We can put it on the fireplace of our new mansion.
I feel she would love it. She's very in keeping with the style of her baby.
Very much so. Like a bird in the sunshine.
All right, Mr. Major, everybody.